Hi, this is a tutorial video of a T2 MRI scan of the mouse liver. So here you can see the liver, there's the gallbladder, you can also see the kidneys, stomach, spleen, but you also have some liver tumors here. And you can nicely differentiate it from the vessels because the vessels are moving, as you can see. So in every slice there is somewhere else. But the tumors, they more or less stay the same position. So that's how you can identify them. So I will show you now different ways how you can segment kidney, spleen, liver, and so on. So let's start with our Scribbles tool. Let's use the intensities, make sure to be on the mode double. So for example, let's start with the kidney. We just draw in a few slices. So usually 2 to 4 slices would be enough depending on how big it is. So another one here and another one here. So when we connect, it uses the intensities. So go here to connect, and then we go through and have a look. That looks quite good. Then we have to add a class and name it, for example, kidney. And we accept the mask as the output class and delete the scribbles. So the kidney is done. That looks quite good. We can try the same thing with the spleen. So create a class spleen. Again, use the intensities. Maybe it will not work that good as for the kidney, but let's see. Okay. Here. Maybe another one here. And also here. Let's connect again. Okay, now we also have some areas we don't like, so we can go to the mode background and just mark these areas that we don't want to have. Here, here, here. And then connect again. Let's go through. Okay, maybe also here. And if we like what we see, we can then make sure to have spleen as the output class and connect again. Accept to the output class. Okay, looks quite good. Let's hide the scribbles. Okay, and you can also, of course, change to the mode foreground, and then you would mark the areas that are not covered yet, or you can go to the draw segmentation tool here and also do that manually as you like. Of course, the spleen is also not that big, so you can completely anyway manually segment that if you like, just to show you the different options that you have here. Okay, for the liver, I would suggest recommend to use the draw segmentation tool, as it's here more tricky due to the vessels, the tumors, gallbladder, and so on. So let's use the draw segmentation tool, create a new class liver. And let's just start here. So I will not go through the whole liver as this would be too much for the tutorial video, but just to give you an idea where the different liver lobes are. So here, here, another one here, then starts here. And then also here, for example. Here. There's the kidney starting. And here. Yeah, and then of course here, the whole part. Okay, said I will not do the whole liver, and of course you can also give it a try with the Scribbles tool. And then let's have a look for some of the tumors. Let's start with tumor 1. And now we can hide the liver segmentation of this one here, just to see the tumors a little better. So, for example, this one. And the second one. Let's look in total for 3 different ones. So, for example, this one. And yeah, you easily see, as already said, that they are not moving like the vessels. So that's how you can identify the tumors. And then maybe third one, tumor 3, for example, this one here. So sometimes you also have to play a little bit with brightness and contrast to see them a little better. So when you use the shortcuts, you can here go up and down, left and right, and this will maybe help you to identify them. Okay, this is how it works, how you can use the Scribbles tools or the Draw Segmentation tool to segment. And of course, you can go to statistics, class statistics, and show the volume, mean, total, and so on. Save it as CSV or ODS file. And as this is an axial scan in the MRI, it makes no sense to open the other slice views. But when you have, for example, a CT liver scan like that one, of course, you can also open the other slice views. And just for this example, I could also show you that we have now also the transparent rendering. So you could in 3D enable the transparent 3D rendering, that you will also see that in 3D and not only in 2D. And then here with the slide bar for the liver, just slide a little bit to left. And then you will see the liver transparent, and then you can make the tumors a little bit more visible. So let's here just delete the class and closed. And maybe hide also the bones and the spleen. And okay, let's delete the class. No, of course, you also have to hide the underlay, and now you nicely see the liver and where the tumors are. So that's how it works for CT and MRI. And as said, you can either use the intensities or you manually segment. Always give it a try with the Scribble tool. And yeah, have fun with that. Bye.